Hello everyone. We are going to do Parajumbles. So sorry about that. We can't help it. What if Parajumbles makes a comeback in CAT 2025? What will you do? So you have to practice. You have to be prepared for the topic. No matter how obnoxious it is. Parajumbles, odd one out, ये दोनों तो मेरा दिल चाहता ना किक मार के निकाल दिया जाए इसको कैट में से. बट मेरे चाहने से आपके चाहने से डिसाइड करने से कुछ होने वाला है नहीं. तो चलो चुपचाप पढ़ लेते हैं. मृगांक तुम्हें कैसे पता रुबाल आती है या आता है? जस्ट बाय नेम यू गेस्ड, इज इट? हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चंस डू यू वांट टू डू टुडे? Tell me. Namaste Kartikeya. Once again, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to see you all. It's our ritual, 9:30 p.m. And the day seems really incomplete if we don't meet, isn't it? मृगांक को डीपी दिखता है उसका. क्यों भाई, वो अपनी बहन का लगा सकता है, कोई फिल्म स्टार का लगा सकता है, राइट? कृतिका, गुड इवनिंग. वसंतन अभिज्ञान. सो क्या हालचाल है एवरीबडी? हाउ वाज द डे? कस्तूरी इज देयर, ओनली कैट इज देयर. केशु आया है आज? चिराग, अनुराग बिस्वाल, आयुष्मान बिस्वाल है भाई, अनुराग नहीं है, बहुत नाराज हो जाएगा. शुभ्रदीप आया है? यस. सब चंगी सी, ऑल राइट. किबिट्जर, 1.5 hours you read today, 1+ hours. बोर नहीं हो गए आप? आयुष्मान is there, good to see you. Let's go. Yes. How many questions do you guys want to solve? 5, 7, 10? How many? भावना? यश, लास्ट में नहीं दिखता हूं, तू दिखता ही नहीं है मुझे, है ना? पर्पसली इग्नोर करती हूं मैं, राइट? मेटाफिजिक्स ऊपर से चला गया. चैट जीपीटी को बोलो सिंप्लीफाई करके बहुत ही बेस लेवल का एक्सप्लेनेशन निकाल के देगा विथ सम एग्जांपल्स. You and Kartikeya Mohan Tripathi will be regular, okay? How can you vouch for Kartikeya Mohan Tripathi? Kritika? 10 करने हैं, अमित मेहर को 15 करने हैं. Hi Maris, good to see you. Okay. Everyone, let's roll. अच्छा, आप में से कितनों ने टिक टैक खाया है मुझे ये बताओ. ऐसे आते हैं ये छोटे वाले, पेपरमिंट्स होते हैं. TICTAC, टिक टैक. खाया है तुमने आयुष्मान? आज मैं बहुत खुश हूं बिकॉज मार्केट में एक नया फ्लेवर मुझे मिला, जीरा एंड ब्लैक सॉल्ट. I saw this the first time and since black salt is my favorite, I just pounced on this. दोपहर से मैं आई थिंक 5 या 6 खा चुकी हूँ. मतलब ये पेबल्स, ये मत सोचना 5-6 डब्बे खा चुकी हूँ मैं. हाँ. अच्छा, टिकटैक किसको बोलते हैं? टिकटैक तो इसका नाम है, बट व्हाट एल्स इज टिकटैक? बताओ. Hi Nebula, so good to see you. टिक-टैक-टो, अभी ज्ञान स्पेलिंग तो पूरी कचरा है। TICTACTOE। तो टिक-टैक-टो का एक और नाम क्या है? The game that we call tic-tac-toe is known by another name. What is that? XOXO. Ha. It's called knots. NA होता है शायद. Knots and crosses. अरे स्पेलिंग तो देखो. NAUGHTS. Knots and crosses. हाँ, Zozo means kisses and hugs. I know. बहुत खेला ना ये गेम. Knots and crosses, yeah. चलिए, let's start now. So we are going to do PJ. Okay. We have 10 moderate level and 3 difficult level. Total 13. Let's see who scores the most. चले? Let's start. Question number 1. Come on, Nebula. Their framework, their ethical framework. Whose ethical framework? Supradeep, LHS, RHS, and I divide this with a boundary. Now Supradeep, this is just my rough sheet. Okay? How would I do this? I mean, for this question. Central to their ethical framework. Supradeep, I would put B here and put a blank here. I need something over here, something plural there. Kiska, right? I cannot put D here. I cannot put C here. So definitely A comes here, right? Because A says the Stoics argued that while we cannot control external events, we retain mastery over our responses. Correct? Easy है ये वाला. DABC. Most of you got it. Hi la. And this is not PYQ. PYQs में एक था Stoicism पे, but it wasn't this one. Okay? So yes, it is DABC. I'll quickly explain how. In an age of political turmoil, Stoicism offered a philosophy of inner resilience. This can start, this cannot start, right? The pursuit of tranquility, therefore, this cannot start. Now, Stoicism or Stoics, what would you start with? Following the technique of general to specific or broad to narrow, we can start with D. We put D here. Stoicism, inner resilience. How did it offer a philosophy of inner resilience? Explain, please. How will you explain? They argued that while we cannot control external events, mastery over our responses, so yeah, inner resilience explained in this DNA. A and B is a very good pair because of their, was not central to their ethical framework. So I put D, A, B together. And then in the end, obviously the conclusion, the pursuit of tranquility therefore depended not on wealth or status but on self-mastery. So this comes as a conclusion. Nishchal, you got 26 marks in VARC. Thank yourself for it, not me. Done? Haha. Let's move on. Come on. Next one. Last stage is a cold ka bhai. Just 1 or 2 days more and I'll be as fit as a fiddle. Hi Nirman Agarwal. Nirman, how are you? Do you see here, Subradeep, these transformations? I'll put C here and put a blank here. Yeah? These transformations produce new anxieties about alienation and exploitation. Its score. Whose score? How did it alter human relationships? Or people are getting different answers. Who? We can start with A or B. This can't start, this can't start, right? What do we do, Nishchal? Nebula, A, B, D, C. Other answers? B, A, C, D. Okay, Kritika, Sanjana. Tejaswini, A, D, B, C. Alright. A, D, B, C. This one. Why? We can start with either A or B. Now, obviously it can't start with B because the paragraph is not about urbanization. Industrial Revolution brought about urbanization. When the Industrial Revolution happened, labor migrated to factories and that reshaped family structures. So how can you start with B? It has to start with A. Right? Then, Industrial Revolution was not merely a story of machines. So what was it? Altered human relationships. Right? How did it alter human relationships? How? Explain, please. Oh, it disrupted rhythms of agrarian life. You can't first talk about urbanization and then talk about agrarian life. No. It disrupted agrarian life that had persisted for centuries. Chronology. First you talk about agrarian life and then you tell what happened after that. So AD is a very, very good pair. Yes? Then it disrupted agrarian life. Done. Okay. After agrarian life got disrupted, obviously urbanization happened. Hmm. So labor migrated to factories, reshaping family structures. These transformations comes as a conclusion. C can be moved here. Produce new anxieties about alienation, exploitation. Industrial revolution was not a bed of roses. It brought about a lot of changes. It disrupted the existing agrarian setup. So people started getting new anxieties, new insecurities. That is what he says here in the conclusion. So A starts it, C ends it. It will be DB or BD. But the thing is, first you're going to talk about agrarian life and how it got disrupted. Then you say, oh, agrarian to barbad ho gaya and urbanization to got intensified. Why? Because labor migrated to factories. Understood, everybody? I have explained it bit by bit. Hope this is clear. Yeah? Chronology. First you talk about agrarian life getting disrupted and then you bring in urbanization. You cannot say first urbanization happened and later then agrarian life got disrupted. चार ही तो sentences हैं, that too such easy sentences. So we followed explanation technique, we followed a little bit of chronology, okay, time sequence technique, okay, and then ये ऐसा. ठीक है, चलो next. Pay attention, guys. CD is a pair, okay. This confidence, where is that confidence? This irrational exuberance, B. I need something before that. ACDB, okay. मैंने बोला ACDB तो ये सीरी मेरी जाग गई, उसको लगा मैं कह रही हूँ हे सीरी. सो जाओ भाई, सो जाओ. AD CB, okay. DB is a pair. CD is a pair, some people are saying. Okay. CDB. All right. Okay, चलिए, done. ACBD. Nobody got it. Why? We cannot start with C because this is the technical part. What drives prices skyward? This happens under speculative bubbles. So speculative bubbles is the badi chhatri, isn't it? I would definitely put it here. This B is an example. Example of what? This irrational exuberance. Where is the irrational part? Obviously here, here, here. So C and B is a very good pair. Now I have this choice. Okay. D comes here or D comes here. You get it? A, we got, it started the para. CB is something, something irrational in this, and then this says the dot-com frenzy of the late 90s shows this irrational exuberance. CB, done. D can be here or here, right? What does D say? When this confidence collapses, panic selling replaces boundless optimism. Obviously, if you put D here, just put it here and see. A and D. More about collective belief. Where is the confidence? You see the point? A and D cannot be together because D doesn't talk about collective belief. D talks about confidence, something that crashes, something that collapses. Right? So, this is where the prices are going skyward. And this, for this, there's an example of this. Then he says this irrational exuberance, when it collapses, this irrational exuberance is your confidence. Do you see my point? Everybody. So A, C, B, D is justified. Those of you who have very weak vocabulary would not be able to connect irrational exuberance with confidence. Exuberance is enthusiasm, excessive enthusiasm. That is connected with confidence. Understood? Yeah? Chalo, next. यश तू अपने कछुए की चाल लेके प्लीज कहीं और चला जा, कोई और क्लास में. हर क्लास में बैठ के तेरा रोना यही रहता है, थोड़ा सा टाइम दे दो, थोड़ा सा टाइम दे दो, थोड़ा सा टाइम दे दो. बहुत टाइम दिया था मैंने पीजे सॉल्व करने के लिए, उतनी देर में तू चैट कर रहा था गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ. फोकस थोड़ा यहां रखा कर क्लास में, समझा ना? और कछुआ बनना है तो दिस इज द रॉन्ग प्लेस फॉर यू. चलो सॉल्व करो इसको. हाँ यश, ACDB हो गया सॉल्व. अच्छा, शुभ्रदीप, BD RHS यहां जलाई ले. कार्तिक says DB. हाँ हाँ. CABD. This is getting interesting. Nebula, ACBD. Is this so confusing that you all are getting different answers? Okay. चलो आंसर देखते हैं. ACBD. This time Nebula got it right. Reena, we cannot start with C. Sanjana, ACDB you got. चलो अभी बताती हूँ. I'll explain. Fine. Aryan, good evening. Listen guys, you cannot start with C. चुड़ैल और आर्यन एक साथ क्लास में एंटर हुए हैं. What can we infer guys? पहले जल्दी बता दो, उसके बाद मैं आगे बढ़ूंगी इसमें. I'll explain. Keshu got it correct. I'm super proud of you. Tell me. ओ ही इज गिविंग सफाई, मेरा उसके साथ कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है। हाँ, इन्फो इतने इन्फरेंसेस पढ़ाए हैं मैंने। नो, यू नो व्हाट आई कैन इन्फर? चुड़ैल एंड आर्यन आर द सेम, दो आईडी से एंटर करते हैं। गुलू गुलू, हाँ। ऑलराइट, कम बैक टू दिस क्वेश्चन नाउ एवरीबडी। सेम लोग, हाँ। कम ऑन, लेट्स फोकस। ओहो, केशु को देखो, बिल्कुल पढ़ने का ना भूत सवार हो गया केशु को। डोंट डाइग्रेस गाइस, लेट्स फोकस। उफ, oh, nice, Keshu. I'm impressed. Okay. Memory is not a passive recording device but an active reconstructive process. We are discussing memory. This explains why eyewitness testimonies, though confident, can be unreliable. We can't put A and B together, right? This explains why they can be unreliable. Why we need a sentence before B that says something about biased, something about something wrong that we perceive, right? Everybody? So cognitive psychologists emphasize that recall is shaped by expectations and context. So it is what? Subjective, right? That's why there is a chance of it being unreliable. हो गया? Such distortions, you first explain these distortions, people, it depends on context and perception and expectation. So these become unreliable, and such distortions, life altering consequences. Remember, I taught you in one of the sessions that implication of anything. Implication means how it affects the world, how it impacts our life. That is put on the right hand side. So D comes on the right hand side because it shows implications, right? A will obviously be here because cognitive psychologist is not the topic. Sorry. Cognitive psychologists come under memory. Memory is not a passive recording device, but this. Who is connected with this? Cognitive psychologists. What do they emphasize? It is shaped by expectations and this. Okay, it is shaped by expectations and perception and whatever, but this can make it unreliable. Oh, since it is unreliable, such distorted perceptions or such distortions may have this. Done? Is it clear, everyone? A, C, B, D. Sorry guys. कौन है भाई यहाँ क्लास में जो इतना हंगामा कर रहा है? समझाओ मुझे. You thought this is a kitty party, a fish market. This is Mumbai का स्टेशन. हाँ यश, थैंक यू. चलो पीटी करूँ ना सबकी. चलो 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 नेक्स्ट. यश, आई एम गिविंग यू टाइम. चलो. Aditi Singh, I don't know how much you mean that, but thank you so much for saying it. It means the world to me, Aditi. भाई बाबू राव के कैंप से राजू भी छूट के आ गया आज, एंड राजू इज बिजी स्पैमिंग. राजू में नहीं मिली अन अकेडमी पे क्योंकि मैं यहां हूं, तो यहां बैठ के क्लास कर लेना भाई. इतनी स्पैमिंग करके होगा क्या? मैं वापस तो नहीं जा रही हूं अन अकेडमी पे, राइट? यश का आंसर आ गया, A, C, B, D. Okay, that's Yash's answer. Nebula, A, C, D, B. A, C is a beautiful pair, okay? All right. Only cat, A, C, B, D. Cool. Answer दिखाऊं? चलो, तुम लोग भी क्या याद करोगे? आंसर दिखाती हूं मैं. ओके? हा दिल के अरमा आंसुओं. इतनी गंदी आवाज हो रही है, ऊपर से मैं गाना गाने की कोशिश कर रही हूं. CADB. कैसे कैसे, क्यों क्यों, कब कब, कहां कहां? Let me check. In case I don't agree with this Bhavna, I'll tell you that it is bad. यश कह रहा मैं नहीं खेल रहा. चिराग भाटिया, अरे I have seen this with you guys, huh? 5 questions correct, good. 6 questions correct, good. पीजे तू भगवान, पीजे तू आका, पीजे तू शबाना मैम, पीजे तू ये, पीजे तू वो, सब अच्छा चलता है. 1 question you get wrong, and then you start cursing the whole world around you. सब बर्बाद है, सब मोहमाया है, सब ये है, सब वो है, मारो सबको, पीटो सबको, ये करो. ऐसा क्यों भाई? क्या, what do you think you guys are? Some PJ masters or something? This is the 5th question. Won't you get one wrong? Ankita, I am drinking warm water. Thank you so much for the concern, sweetheart. Mrigang, that's what. Let me see, na, ek baar. Dark matter, though invisible, exerts gravitational effects detectable in galactic rotation. Okay? Its elusive nature has led scientists to devise ingenious methods of indirect detection. Whose elusive nature? Unlike ordinary matter, it neither emits nor absorbs light. It, what? I don't know. Okay? Yet its presence is inferred from the anomalies it creates. Elusive nature. You see this? Elusive nature has led scientists to devise ingenious methods, okay, of indirect detection. Yet its presence, if I put D over here, what comes before that? Though invisible, right? Exerts gravitational effects detectable in galactic rotation. It is invisible, okay, yet its presence is inferred from the anomalies. Okay? So A and D is a nice pair. You guys did not get AD. Why? Why not AD? Tell me this, guys. बाकी तो उसको देखेंगे अभी, but AD is cool, though invisible. Its presence is inferred from this, anomalies. Right? It creates in cosmic motion. Led scientists to devise. This is the implication. Methods of indirect detection. So I can put B here. I'm getting this rough structure ADB. Where do I put C? Okay. C can be here or here or here. ठीक है? कृष्णा, सुब्रदीप, चैट जीपीटी भी नहीं कर पाए. Right. But I have explained how AD is a good pair. It's a very simple pair. See, if I don't agree with the sequence, I'll tell you that this is an ambiguous one. But AD is a nice pair and B shows implication. I put it here. Where does C go? Unlike ordinary matter, it neither emits nor absorbs light. This is an explanation of dark matter, right? Though invisible exerts this, it neither emits nor absorbs light. Okay, so I can put A and C and then what? AC and then I can put DB. I can put it this way. You see my point? So yes, this was a little ambiguous. Got it? Everybody? I would have marked it this way. ACDB. Start with this. Dark matter, kind of hero, exerts this, detectable in galactic rotation. It neither emits nor absorbs light. It, wo. Okay? And then its presence is inferred from anomalies. These anomalies have led scientists to devise this. Many times it happens, Mrigang, they give you such paragraphs in which it starts with it or something because it connects with the previous paragraph. Got it? Okay. By official answer is this we know, thoda bheja laga lo, upar wale ne sabko barabar diya hai. Right? This is the official answer. But in case you get such a question, you have to just write anything and not waste too much time on such a question. Is it clear, everybody? You cannot actually eradicate this completely कि हाँ ऐसा आए ना हमारे सामने, ऐसा नहीं होता है. You are likely to get something like this. तो क्या करोगे आप? Okay? चलो. Next. Come on, Sanjana and Bhavna. Maybe this paragraph is talking about populism, right? I would put this here. Subradeep, where is the binary opposition? ABCD. Okay. ABDC. Okay. All right, Kasturi. Yash, ACDB. Okay, Yash. Where is the binary opposition? I would put B here and put a blank here. Option D दिख रहा है? I mean sentence D. Such dynamics does what? This is simply the implication of that. Such dynamics often erode institutional checks, concentrating power in the executive. Executive is who? President. Right? Well done. Kasturi, you got it this time. A, B, C, D. Yeah? So D has to be here, guys, because this is implication. Now, if you guys are not willing to understand what implication looks like, I can't do anything further. How does this affect our world? How does this affect us? That is implication. It concentrates power in the executive. It erodes institutional checks. Binary, where is binary? Binary is like, opposition to. Correct? Rhetoric of crisis. Elites as corrupt, people as betrayed. Two poles, binary. So A and B is a good pair. Where will C go? It goes here or it goes here. Right? By framing themselves as sole authentic voices, populist leaders delegitimize dissent. This is what they do. I'll show you one more point. Everybody, please try to understand these chota chota gyan points that I'm giving you. This binary opposition is there in A. Okay? 1, 2. What does B say? Everybody pay attention. Yes, exactly, Tejaswini. This binary opposition simplifies what? Complex political realities into moral absolutes. Moral absolutes, you have to do this, you have to do that. Means this is what we are saying, this is correct. Right? Moral absolutes. How? Explain. Please, what do you mean by moral absolutes? Absolute means what the leader says, you have to take that as correct. You cannot go against it. You cannot raise your voice. You cannot come up with rebellion or dissent. Right? By framing themselves as sole authentic voices, the leaders, the populists, they delegitimize dissent. They quell rebellion. They don't allow people to come up and speak. This is how they make things into moral absolutes. So this has been explained in C. This. And D is your implication. Got it? Everyone sorted. Next. Come on बच्चों. Magical realism. सलमान रश्दी का writing style. Yash, ADCB. Tejaswini, ADBC. C is an example. I'll put it here. Use this mode. Can we finish with C or do I need a sentence after that? Come on. ADCB. Yash, I'm super proud of you. कछुआ खरगोश बन गया ये तो. You will definitely start with A because we are talking about magical realism. A. Does not abandon reality, saturates it with the marvelous. Marvelous is unreal types. Okay. Reality is common and real. Saturates it with the marvelous. Okay. How does he do it? Unlike pure fantasy, fantasy is marvelous. Unlike pure fantasy, like Game of Thrones, it grounds the extraordinary in the mundane. So this D is an extension of A. It extends the point. You understand my point? Right? Fantasy is connected to marvelous. So it grounds the extraordinary in the mundane. Mundane is ordinary, common. Extraordinary ko it brings down zameen par and connects it with the mundane, the quotidian things of life. Right? Ho gaya ye AD. You give an example. C. Writers like Gabriel Garcia Marquez use this mode to destabilize linear notions of truth. ये दिख रहा है आपको? Linear notions of truth. I'll explain this point. Destabilize means straight truth को गिरा दिया. Right? Destabilize linear notions of truth. Please explain. How do you explain it? This. The genre thus blurs boundaries between myth and history, dream and waking life. Got it? Everyone, is it clear? So it has to be A, then you explain this, D, then some examples, C, and then the conclusion, thus. Aryan, are you hitting on only cat? Please save that for Tinder. Bhavna, clear? All right. ADCB. Next, Karl Popper. तो ही इज अ बॉय बोले तो ये मुझे तू आज के एरा में समझा रहा है. ही इज अ बॉय. हाउ डज इट मैटर? स्ट्रेट एक चपेड़ भी होता है आर्यन, जो स्ट्रेट आके गाल पे भी लग सकता है. चलिए बताइए. कस्तूरी ABCD. दिया. यश, where's your answer? Kibitzer, focus here. Jen, BACD. इन हिज व्यू कैसे स्टार्ट कर सकते हो यार? मैं तो ये एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं करूंगी. हुज व्यू? यू हैव टू पुट बी हियर. You need a name before that. Karl Popper. Right? Full name, half name. So D will be this side. A has to be this side. Right? Okay. Well done. Many of you got it. Brilliant. Clear? Karl Popper argued that science progresses through bold conjectures, guesses, and severe tests. Right? What distinguishes science from pseudoscience in his view is falsifiability. The ability to be criticized, the ability to be proven wrong. Correct? This criterion, where is the criterion? Here. However has sparked, however, change of tone, I'll put C here, change of tone. So criterion is here, falsifiability. However, it has sparked debates about whether it excludes too much. Oh, but still. Popper's insistence on risk-taking remains a cornerstone. I'll give you another point here. Do you see this? Remains. So even if I do LHS, RHS here, I would love to put D here and A here. बाकी सबको B, C, CB कर लो. Got it? Ankit, it's just my rough sheet. There's no technique as such. Got it, everybody? Clear? A, B, C, D. Ankita, Aryan, Tejaswini. Can I move on? 2 more questions of this level, 9 and 10, and then I'll give you the 3 difficult ones. Alright? Okay. Chaliye, the penultimate question of this category. What is it? ABCD, Kasturi? ABDC. Others? Savitri, DABC. Savitri, I won't accept this. Thus. How can you start with D? Nebula, C. The paradox is that. Paradox between what? I'll never start with C. Out. It has to start with A. Right? ABDC. This. Here. A will definitely start. These same platforms. B goes here. They foster echo chambers that intensify polarization. Do you see this word polarization? Intensify polarization. How? How does it intensify polarization? Or what happens as an effect? Polarization is negative. So what begins as this can thus devolve into this. Polarization is extreme division. Right? So B and D is a very, very good pair. Samarth, you start with A, I told you. B is good. A and B is a good pair. Why? Because these same platforms, right? These same platforms. And then B and D is a very good pair. Why? Because polarization leads to fragmentation. ठीक है Samarth? Okay. So B and D is a nice pair. Where does C go? The paradox is that connection breeds both solidarity and division. This is a conclusive sentence. C. Paradoxical वगैरह जो होता है ना, that's generally like conclusive. So on the basis of all this, we can say there is a paradox. Connection breeds solidarity and division. Got it? So AB, BD, and then C in the end as the paradox. ठीक है? How to differentiate between C and D? Both sound like implications. No. यहाँ पे the paradox is that this sounds like a conclusion. अरे ये ना पूरे मुद्दे का paradox, inherent contradiction, right? Connection breeds both solidarity and division. Okay. Identity politics, platforms of instant expression. Okay. Positive. Look here. Positive. Okay. Same platforms bring some problem. Kasturi. So B. Negative. Right? Okay. Then what happens? Polarization explained. Fragmentation. D. Negative. Right? Pura. The paradox is that connection, this expression and this, both solidarity and division. So the whole paragraph is talking about the chasm that comes in between the rich and the poor. So this goes in the end. Okay? So the last question of this level. Come on, Samarth. Mrigang. DBCA. That was prompt. Is it that easy? Kritika, CADB. Kritika, I won't accept this. Romanticism arose as a reaction. Reaction to what? Reaction to what? Samarth, CADB. No, I will not accept anything that starts with C. How are you getting that? Arose as a reaction, so it has to be reaction to something, right? How can you simply put that here? Should start with D, जैसा कि मुझे दिख रहा है. Yet critics argue it replaced. B I put on the border. Right, Kibitza? So D is here, B is here. Now try to fit in C and A. The tension between reason and passion, thus. Right? Okay. DBCA. Most of you got it. Well done. Yes, Akanksha. Yes. This is exactly an implication. Remains embedded in modernity. It is there in our lives today. Done? Okay? Chalo. Finished, but 3 more are there. Higher level. Go on. Do these also, guys, and then we'll pack up for the night. अब यश को पसीना आएगा. Longer sentences. चलो आंसर ACBD. Supradeep, you got it? Wow. Okay. Let's do the other two also and then I'll explain अगर किसी को भी doubt है तो. चलिए, question 12. Answers are coming in. Good, good, good. Yes, guys. Some more. Right? Okay. Ashar, BACD nahi. ABCD. How can you start with C? No. You can't start with D. No. AI is being discussed. Obviously starts with A. Emerges then. Right? That comes here. ठीक है? Okay. The last one of the day. CBDA. All right. CBAD. The rise of consumer culture was not just this. Identity increasingly defined themselves through commodities. Okay. This change happened. Okay. This transformation blurred the line between necessity and desire. Advertising techniques, something, framed consumption as a means of this, even authenticity. CB. This transformation. Where is the transformation? Here. Then what happened? Philosophers and cultural critics warned that such commodification. A has to be this side, commodification. Where is the commodification? People identifying themselves with commodities. Hollowed out. Traditional sources, civic with fleeting market affiliations. And this consumerism in the end became not just an economic practice, this. But I'll tell you something. This question in the test is worth skipping. because it would take you a long time to decide CBAD or CABD or CDBA or whatever. Okay, so I would just write anything in this and move on. Done, guys. So we did 13. If you got something like 8, 7 to 8 out of 13, you are great in PJ. Sanjana and Aryan and only Cat and Yash and everybody. 7 to 8 is a very good score, Nebula. You found that easy. Hats off to you. Tejaswini, 5 upon 13, then PJ is not your cup of tea. Maybe your reading is really not up to that level where you can form paragraphs. Kartikeya, you too. Nebula, focus more on RC and short summary. I have told you this earlier. Samarth, very soon. Okay? Chalo guys, we'll pack up. ठीक है? I'm going to see you again tomorrow. मिलते हैं. Okay dudes, take care.